Hey guys, welcome back to another video in the series of DevOps Project, and in today's video we are going to talk about services provisioning. So there are few services that we need to set up before moving on this project, and we'll do that in today's video with a demo. Now if you have not subscribed my channel yet and you are new over here, kindly subscribe my channel to support me. So without further ado, let's dive right into the video. Okay, so the first service that we are going to set up today is MySQL service. So this is a database that we have already discussed that we are going to use. Then we'll set up, and you have to set up in this very particular order. Do not interchange the order, or do not try to install anything before than that or before any other service. The first service should be MySQL. The second service should be Memcache. The third one should be RabbitMQ for the queues. Then we'll have the Tomcat. Then we'll go for the engineering. So we are going to set up in this order itself. So let's dive right into the demo part. Okay, so you can see that all of my VMs are running, and in case you want to switch it off, you can do right click over here, and then you have to go to close, and then you have to just power off it. Okay, I'm not going to do it power off right now because I have to work on it. I'm just telling you. Okay, now I've already opened a shell prompt over here. If you want to check, you can check present work directory, and I'm in the manual provisioning folder. So make sure you are in the vProfile project Vagrant manual provisioning folder. Okay, now we are going to install MySQL over here. So first of all, what we have to do Vagrant SSH, and we'll go inside the DB VM, which is DB01. Okay, so let's do that. Hit enter, and then it'll start its own working, and then it'll and as you can see on the screen that it has logged into Vagrant DB01. Okay, so first of all, the first thing is to do is you can log in as an admin. So what you have to do, just type sudo su, and then you can see that it has now the root access. Now you have to update it. Now yum install -y. -y I'm giving over here because it will not prompt me. Enter. It's saying loaded plugin need to pass a filter of packages. Install a package on your own system. Okay, sorry, I think it's my bad. I do not have to install anything, I just have to update. So it's my bad, and just hit enter. Once that happens, it will load the plugins fastest mirror. It will determine the fastest mirrors, and then it'll start downloading stuff. You can see that the downloading speed depends on your internet speed, and it'll start downloading and installing the stuff. Now the problem is this can take up to a lot of time. In fact, it can take up to 5 minutes depending on your system or your internet speed. But the thing what you can do right now is you can just take a look at somewhere else, and then you can come back to this. Right now what I'm doing is I'm updating every VM. Now this is the first VM that I'm updating, but I'm going to update all of these VMs. Why this is important? Updating a VM is important because in the meantime, whenever you have installed the OS, what happens is there could be some vulnerabilities that are going through, and in the updates they're going to get the hot fixes or the updates or anything else. So you have to do it, and this is a very good practice to follow. So let it install, and I'll just fast forward the video. Okay, so looks like it is done. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the repository over here. So what I'll do is I'll type yum install git. Okay, I'll just set the repository first. So I'll type some ppel -release space -y. So that's all. Hit enter, and then it is saying nothing to do, which means that package epl release 7 no arc already installed on your system. Perfect, this is perfect. Let me clear the screen. Perfect. Now what I'll do is I'll install the MariaDB package, then yum install git MariaDB server -y. That's all I'm going to do. It'll again take its own time because this is going to be used for MySQL. You can see over here, and then perfect, it is completed now over here. Now what I'll do is I'll just check whether my service is running or not. So I'll do systemctl start. Okay, I'll just check the status first. So I'll just status, the name of the service is MariaDB. So it is saying it is dead, which is inactive. So I have to start it. So what I'll do is I'll just start this. So in case you want to start any service, you have to use this systemctl over here. I'll just start it. So once I do this, it will take its own time and then it will start. Let me check the status again. And you can see that it is active and running. Perfect. And this is what we wanted. Now what we have to do is we have to enable the MariaDB. This is needed for our further process. So I'll just enable it. Okay. So created symlink, and it has created a symlink from etc systemd system multi-user target this and this. So this is done. Okay. So this is perfect. Let me just clear my screen, and now we'll do the MySQL secure installation. So let me type this MySQL secure installation. So it's saying that running all parts of the script is recommended for all MariaDB servers in the production use. Please read step carefully. So you can go through this and you can see. But it's saying that in order to log into MariaDB to secure it, we'll need the current password for the root user. If you have just installed MariaDB and you haven't set the root password yet, the password will be blank. So you have to press it enter over here. Okay, so I just have to hit enter over here. Yeah, so setting the root password ensures nobody can log into MariaDB root without proper authentication. So I'll just set a DB root password, which is okay. First of all, I have to give yes because I want to set a new password, and then admin 123 is the new password that I give. Re-enter admin 123. So it is saying that password updated successfully, reloading privilege tables. Now it is saying remove anonymous user. So this is that you have to do. Then you have to just give y over here and enter. So this is saying normally root should only be allowed to connect with from localhost. This ensures that someone cannot guess at the root password from the network. So this is something that you have to do. Now what I have to give? I have to give no over here. Hit enter. Now it will ask you remove test database and access to it. So it is asking you that you have to remove the test database. Yes, I want to remove the test database. So I'll just give y, enter, and then it has dropped the test database. This is important for this, and it has also removed the privileges for it. Now it is asking reload privilege tables now. So you want to do it or not? So accordingly you can do it, but I'll be taking care of it. So I'll give just y, enter, and thanks for using MariaDB. So now this is done. So this is what you have to install for MySQL, and then what I'll do is I'll just set it up. I'll just create the database account. So I'll do MySQL -u root -p admin 123. So this is the password that I gave it. So right now I'm into MariaDB. You can see that the control has come over here. So this is the command that you need to use, MySQL -u, which is the username, which is root, and -p is the password, and which is this, and I'm into it. So right now you can see over here that MariaDB has given me the access. So what I'll do is I'll just create a database account, create database accounts. I'll just type the command -u, enter. So it is saying that query okay, one row affected, perfect. So this hasn't thrown any error, and this is the response that query was okay, perfect. Now what I'll do is I'll grant the privileges on all accounts. So I'll type grant all privileges on accounts. So what I'll do is do asterisk for all account, 2 single inverted comma, you have to start over here, admin, then again single inverted comma, iterate, then you have to give again this percentile, again this identified by again this single inverted comma admin 1 2 3 this, and then you have to give the semicolon, hit enter, and it is saying that query okay and 0 rows affected. Okay, so query was perfect. Now you have to flush the privileges. So this is, you have to type flush privileges this, and this is perfect. And then what you have to do, you have to just exit, and it has exited. Now it is saying bye over here. Okay, so let me just clear this so that you can have a better screen. Now what you have to do is you have to download the source code and you have to initialize the database. So what you have to do, you have to git clone the part. And how do you do it? Let me just check. pwd, we are in home vagrant. Okay, so what you can do is you can open the favorite browser, and then you have to go inside. Let me just open my browser, and in the repository that I have created. Okay, so here it is. So I have opened my browser, and this is the project that I've forked. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll just click over here, copy this over here, and then I'll go back to my shell. And then what I have to do, I'll just type git clone and then hyphen b because I want the local setup. So local setup, which I already showed you, hyphen setup, and then I'll just give the paste command over here and then hit enter. And that is the reason we have installed git over here, because we wanted to clone this file into our root db vagrant in which we are currently right now. So this can take up to some time depending on the internet speed, and then once it's done, we'll start using it. We'll be using the db backup SQL file which is already in this repository. Okay, this is done. I'll do ls over here. You can see the v file project, and you can just check git branch hyphen l means local. Okay, I think we are not currently in it, so we have to do cd inside v profile. Perfect. Let me clear this, and then if I do git branch hyphen l, which is local, and then that's why I have the local setup over here. So this is done. Okay, if you want to check the remote branch, so you can do git branch hyphen r. This is for remote. Okay, so this is a lot of thing which is I have not done much. I'll just clear this for now. Okay, we already have it. Now what I'll do is I'll just check the current directory. I'm in v profile project. Then I'll just do ls over here. You can see there is an src folder, so cd src, and then do an ls over here. You can see there are main and test, so we have to go inside main. So I'll just go tab enter, and if I'll do ls over here, there are three resources: java resources and web app. So I'll go resources and do an ls over here, and this is the db backup file that we are going to use to set up our database. Okay, so let's get it done. Okay, so now that you have seen it, I have to run it. So I'll just go in the main directory. Okay, so if I do ls over here, I'm here. Now I have to run it over here. Then I have to type a command, MySQL hyphen u, which is for username, and then username is root, and then after that hyphen p, which is for password, and then double inverted comma dollar database. I think this is database, and then underscore pass this, and then accounts. Yeah, I think this is great. This is what we have to type. Okay, accounts, and then oh, we have not set up this database password. So what I have to do, we have to give it directly. So the password that we set was, let me just remind you again, we wrote admin 123. So this is the one. So directly we are giving because we have not set anything up, and after that you have to give less than equal to sign, and then the path where it was present. So it was in the src folder, there was a main folder, there was a resources folder, and then there was a file db backup SQL. I've hit the tab and it is done. So now it is done. If I hit enter, this is perfect. Now I'll just try to show the table if there is any table present over there, but for that I have to log in first, then root hyphen p for the password 123, error access denied for root admin, wrong password. Okay, I did something wrong over here. Okay, looks like I have not given the space over here. It should work now. Perfect. Now it is done. What I have to do is I have to check the database is done or not. So show database. Oh no, total databases. Hit enter and you can see that information schema, accounts, MySQL, performance schema, 4 rows in set 0.00 second. It means that the database is being we have got the database perfectly set up. Okay, so you can do, let me try something. I'm not sure whether it worked here or not. Show tables, this. Okay, so I have not selected any database, so it won't show anything. Okay, so I hope this part is clear. Now I'll just clear this. Okay, I'm into MariaDB right now, so it won't work. I have to just come out of it. So I'll just quit. So as soon as I've quit, it has come out by, let me clear this. What I'll do is I'll just systemctl, I'll just restart the database, restart MariaDB. That's one, the DB. Enter, and it'll just restart it. Once it restarts it, we'll check the status, and then I think we are good to go. Perfect, it is active and running. Now one of the application will try to access this database, so we have to check the firewall is perfectly running or not. So starting the firewall and allowing the MariaDB to access from port number 3306. So 3306 has to be open. So what we'll do is we'll just check start firewall D. It's the default firewall for this operating system. Okay, it is started. You can check the status for it. Okay, my firewall is active and running. Perfect, that's what I wanted. I want to enable it, so I'll just enable it. Enable. Okay, so this is enabled. It has created a symlink for it. Perfect. So once it is done, let me just clear it. Type firewall hyphen cmd get active zones. Okay, so this is public, which is it will show you the interface. What I have to do, I have to add the port 3306 as a TCP, and I have to make it permanent. So what I'll do is I'll just firewall cmd hyphen zone, no spaces, public because it is public, hyphen add hyphen port equal to 3306 TCP, and we have to give it permanent. Okay, let me just quickly check it again. Firewall hyphen cmd dash zone equal to public space hyphen add hyphen port equal to 3306 TCP permanent. You can find this on internet itself, this command, but it's better to write it on your own. Success, and once it is successful, do not just, it does not mean that it is successful. You just have to reload it once. So what I'll do is I'll just type firewall cmd hyphen reload, and once you've done the reload, it will work perfectly. So once the reload is done, this would be active. Ideally this becomes active over here, but you have to reload it for once to make it active for the services. Now what I'll just do is I'll just systemcl, not firewall. I'll just restart my MariaDB so that it can talk to 3306. Okay, so this is done. Okay, so my MariaDB has been restarted. So if you want to check the status for it, I think it should be active. Perfect. So I hope you guys have understood this part. There are a lot of setups that needs to be done, and we'll do the setup in the coming videos because this can take up a lot of time. And there is memcache that needs to be done, RabbitMQ that needs to be done, and then there are others Tomcat setup, and then you have to go through the deployment part as well. So this needs to be done, and it can take up to a lot of time. So in this video, I'll just do this database part so that it is not overwhelming for you, and then it's better to understand this first and then we'll move forward. So if there is anything, feel free to comment below and we will address that. I hope this is not too much for you to understand, and this is the first step in the setup of, or we can say provisioning the service. In the other parts, we'll understand about the other things. So if there is anything, feel free to comment below and we will address that. So thanks guys, and I'll see you in the next video.